Hello students, welcome again. Students, in today's lecture, I want to give you some brief idea about the novel A Tale of Two Cities written by Charles Dickens. We will get some introductory idea about this novel. But before the novel, let me tell you, Charles Dickens has been considered as one of the greatest novelists of the Victorian era. Victorian era means 19th century. Okay, during the 19th century, Charles Dickens has written some very important novels like Great Expectations, Hard Times, Oliver Twist, Pickwick Papers, A Tale of Two Cities, and so many others. But today, let's try to understand this novel, A Tale of Two Cities. You see, let me tell you about the publication of this novel. It was, initially it was a fashion among the Victorian writers to publish the novels not as a book. In those times they were publishing in a series form, and A Tale of Two Cities was also published in the form of a series in a weekly magazine called All the Year Round in 1858. And later on, Charles Dickens compiled all the episodes published in this magazine and compiled it as a novel, which was published in three books. Okay, what is the background of the novel? The novel has been considered as a historical novel by some critics. Why? Because here the novel presents the story of Lucy, the heroine of the novel, Darnay and Carton. Darnay and Carton, they are considered as two heroes of the novel. So the two heroes, Darnay and Carton and Lucy, these three important characters. Okay, the story of these three characters is placed in the background of the French Revolution. You know about the French Revolution which took place in Europe in 1789. Okay, now this novel presents the pictures of French Revolution, how there were strict laws of taxation on the poor people, how the poor people's land was captured by the royal people, by the aristocratic people, and how the poor were exploited by the rich. All such are the scenes, pictures presented in this novel. And here, Charles Dickens has presented this idea that how the lives of the common people are affected by this French Revolution. So French Revolution actually is a political event. It is a social event. In this background, all characters and the whole story is presented. Let me introduce you to the major characters of this novel. Number one is Charles Darnay. Okay, his actual name is Charles Evermond. Evermond is the actual surname of Charles, but later on, he has adopted this new surname Darnay. He is a French aristocrat. Okay, he was a Frenchman. He was a rich man, aristocratic. He belongs to that aristocratic family, but he is an exception. He does not exploit the poor people. In fact, he hates all the people who are exploiting the poor people. And he is considered as an important figure in this novel. Why? Because he is also termed as the hero of the novel. Okay, he has been captured by some revolutionaries in this novel, and he has been punished to death at the end of the novel, but he does not die. How? I'll tell you later. Second character is Dr. Alexander Manet. Alexander Manet is the father of the heroine Lucy. Okay, in this novel he is imprisoned for 18 years and he loses his mental balance. Okay, later on he was freed from the jail. Jarvis Lorry is an important figure who is presented as an employee working in a bank. He is a very good friend of Dr. Alexander Manet, and he supports Dr. Manet and Lucy in this novel. Lucy Manet, I told you, she is the daughter of Dr. Manet. She is the heroine of this novel, and she suffers a lot all through her life. Why? Because her childhood, she passes her childhood as an orphan. You know, I told you her father was imprisoned for 18 years, so she lives away from her father. And when she is married to Charles Darnay, her husband is also captured by the revolutionaries and is sentenced to death. So most of her life she suffers and suffers and suffers. Madame Defarge, another important character, she becomes a leading figure among all the revolutionaries presented in the novel. Revolutionary means who revolted against the royal families. Okay, she loves bloodshed of the rich people. She is fearless, heartless, and bloodthirsty. So, kind of negative character, but she belongs to the revolutionaries. Okay, and the last important character is Sidney Carton, who is also the hero of the novel. And why? Because he has sympathy for all around him. Okay, he tries to bring happiness in the lives of other people. He loves Lucy, and at the end of the novel, he sacrifices his own life to save the husband of Lucy, whom he himself loved. Okay, so that's why Sidney Carton attracts the attention of the audience, and he wins the sympathy of the readers. Now, what is the setting of the novel? Setting means the places and the time presented by the novelist. Okay, let me tell you the title, A Tale of Two Cities. Why is it given this title? Because this novel, all the actions takes place at two places, London and Paris. Okay, most of the actions are taking place at these two places, London and Paris, and that's why the title is A Tale, a story of two cities. What is the time presented in the novel? Then remember, this novel presents the time of the French Revolution. Okay, French Revolution took place in 1789, and this novel presents the political and social scenario of England from 1775 to 1719. So I hope now you are clear about you have some basic idea of this novel. In our next lecture, I am going to discuss some major issues like plot construction, characterization, and themes of this novel. For the time being, I take a leave. Thank you for watching. Thank you.